A very good morning to you, Anele, and thank you so much for joining us. So, firstly, I want to ask, what are the problems that you've identified that need your guys' assistance to ensure that they are rooted out, and how exactly are you going to go about making sure you root them out?
Good morning, Thapelo, and good morning to the viewers at home, and thanks for having us. So, Thapelo, actually, this means that we are tired of sitting in boardrooms and peruse papers on these reports, which looks good and nice. Let's go on the ground. The problems on the ground, Thapelo and the viewers at home, ranges from the human resource for health. We've got shortage of healthcare workers. As much as many of them have succumbed to COVID-19, but those posts are still vacant, and also there are other existing posts that were frozen within the department. That is the first area. The second area is around infrastructural issues. Our hospitals are very old, they are falling apart, our clinics are very small, and also basic services are not running in those clinics. That's where we want to go. Also, we go and look at the issue of staff attitude towards patients. We look at issue of the working conditions of the healthcare workers. We look at the issue of the availability of medicines and medical supply in our facilities. We also look at issues of long waiting hours. Now that we've got COVID, Thapelo, many people are forced to wait outside our clinics. There are no shelters there. Patients are exposed to all conditions of weather. So these are the basic things that we think we need to look at. But also on top of that, how do we work with as civil society and as the public healthcare users? How do we work with our government to fight and curb the corruption that is prevailing within the Gauteng Health Department? We know the issues, the cases of Brian Hlongwa, who looted billions of rands within the Gauteng Health Department. We know the allegations around the former MEC Bandile Masuku and the issue of the PPEs and also other issues. So how do we make sure that the Gauteng Department of Health establishes an anti-corruption unit that is going to work with SIU to curb this corruption? Because we strongly feel that the monies that have been looted, irregular decisions that were taken that have an impact on finances, if these were not done and these monies can be collected together, we can improve the quality of healthcare services in Gauteng. So we are saying now, let's go together on the ground. Let's identify these problems together. Let's come up with possible and workable solutions to identify the problem. Let's engage with the public healthcare users and identify and inform them about what makes challenges to poor healthcare services. But we believe that it's not about us working from the outside of the fence. We want to be around the dining table.
Is the Premier David Makhura willing, accepting and prepared to work with you? Have you received warm reception from him, or is he somebody that still needs to be convinced of this that you're asking for?
Him sending an official from a senior official from his department, as well as the MEC sending the HOD of health, is an indication that we are all moving towards the right direction. But what is important for us is not about the decisions that were taken there, but it's about the implementation of all the decisions that were taken, as well as meeting the deadlines and the timeframes, as well as the deliverables based on what we have agreed. So when all this has been implemented on the ground, it's only then that we will believe that we are working together. But if it continues to be a lip service, we will always raise a flag and say, no, comrades, let's come on the table, let's walk the talk.
Things like corruption, especially where the COVID-19 is concerned, I would imagine are things that are still going to take some time to deal with and to root out, because, it is at the very core of South Africa and governance in this country. But I just want to quickly ask you, Mr. Yawa, how are you going to change the mindset of healthcare workers who seemingly don't seem interested in their jobs, some of them?
I think there are two things here. Firstly, is around adhering to the Constitution and respecting the rule of the law. where firstly we need to make sure that politicians and the health officials make sure that they respect the rule of the law. Like a typical example, you will remember that about 2 years ago, there was an inquiry on Elifesitimin. The Gauteng Premier was given 12 months, according to the recommendations of the inquiry, to erect a monument that will bear the names of all the people who died at Elifesitimin. We are about 24 months, if we have not exceeded 24 months. Has that been implemented? If no, why? And also, with regards to the attitude, if our government can make sure that we hire more nurses, it means the few nurses who are doing well now will have extra hands, and the burden of attending to more patients will be lessened. But also, our healthcare workers need to be reminded about principles like Atupile principles, but also they need to be undertaken to a particular process where they will be educated in order for them to respect the confidentiality of the patients, because we normally get reports of people who decide to stop going to those clinics because of stigma and discrimination and how they are shouted at by some of the nurses. So these are things that we need to talk about and be able to come up with a workable solution together with government to say, how do we resolve these issues? By resolving these issues, we must not address one side and not address the other side. What causes nurses to have a negative attitude against the patient, so that when we're addressing this, we know that we're addressing issues of the attitude as well as addressing issues of overburdened work on the shoulders of our healthcare workers at the present moment.
Mr. Yawa, thank you very much for joining us here on Newslink on ENCA this morning. That is, of course, Anele Yawa, who is from the Treatment Action Campaign.